Om Namaste.
Today we prepare to celebrate
Празднование
the day of Mahashivaratri.
Шиваратри
Shivaratri means the night of Shiva, and Maha means the great night of Shiva.
Великая ночь Шивы. Что означает
What does Mahashivaratri mean? What are the key elements?
ключевые слова? Махашиваратри
During Mahashivaratri, it is important to perform a bath, snan, observe fasting,
одеть чистую одежду,
wear clean clothes,
выполнять бодхи,
stay awake, Jagran,
поклоняться лингам,
worship the lingam,
выполнять джапу.
and practice japa and puja.
Это ключевые
These are the essential aspects that we need
во время
during Mahashivaratri.
Период, начиная
The
с
period
захода
starting from
солнца
sunset to
и
sunrise is
Это
astrologically
очень
significant.
важный астрологический период. И если
If
вы
you engage in
выполняете
spiritual
практику
practice
в
during
эту
this
ночь,
time,
вы можете
you can burn away
освободить
many
себя
sins
от
associated with the
грехов,
planet
связанных с
Saturn,
этой Сатурном,
resolve negative karmic
негативными
influences,
положениями своей кармы,
cleanse many
очистить
adverse
много
impressions,
негативных отпечатков
and accumulate
и
great merit.
большую заслугу.
You can chant a
Можете
mantra at
читать
any time
молитвы в
convenient
любое
for you
время, удобное для вас.
during
Во время
Mahashivaratri.
Махашиваратри.
The most important elements are faith, devotion, and love.
Любовь. И
This
этот
festival is
праздник
particularly
особенно
meaningful for
актуален для
sadhus, yogis,
садху, для
for
йогов,
ascetics,
аскетов,
monks,
монахов,
sannyasis,
саньясин,
or
или
householders
хозяев,
seeking
которые
liberation,
ищут освобождения,
as well as for women and young girls
которые
seeking a
ищут
husband.
себе мужа.
According to
По
tradition in
традиции
India,
в Индии
locals wear
местные
clean
жители
clothes and
одевают
rush to
чистую одежду и
temples to
спешат в
make
храм,
traditional
чтобы сделать
offerings, a
традиционные
common practice
жертвоприношения.
for householders.
Это практика домохозяина.
Women and young girls who
Женщины,
wish to marry,
желающие выйти замуж, просят
they seek for blessings,
себе
for a
благословения,
partner with noble,
это
pure, and
мужчина,
elevated
который
qualities
Шива,
like Shiva
с
to become their
чистыми
spouse.
возвышенными качествами,
They engage in
стал
tapasya,
супругом,
austerities, for this purpose.
выполняет тапасию
On the
для
other
этого.
hand, yogis,
А
sadhus,
йоги,
and
садху,
sannyasis do not
саньяси, они
venture
не
out.
выходят куда-либо,
They
они
remain in their
остаются в
secluded
своих
cells, ashrams, caves, or forests, performing tapasya, sadhana, and chanting the Maha Mantra, Om Namah Shivaya. Those who stay awake and practice Jagran during Shivaratri, as per the Puranas, Shiva Purana and Linga Purana, are promised material prosperity, growth, abundance, success, happiness, good fortune, liberation from sinful impressions, freedom from the negative consequences of past actions, and even liberation from the cycles of birth and death. Such devotion grants a place in the heavenly abodes of Lord Shiva. On this night, it is believed that any meditation or mantra recitation is 108 times more powerful than usual, as the unique planetary alignment amplifies any practice you perform. This is truly Shiva's magical night. Cleansing the mind and heart, achieving inner harmony and connection with God, and fulfilling your intention, sankalpa, your desire. This is what worshipping Shiva grants. If someone was born during an eclipse or is currently experiencing a challenging period in their horoscope, such as Sadisati or other difficult planetary influences like Saturn, Rahu, or Ketu, astrologers could explain this better than I can. Mahashivaratri is an opportunity to harmonize and alleviate these influences by performing tapasya on this sacred day. Where did the legend and tradition of celebrating Mahashivaratri originate? It is believed that on this night, the mystical wedding of Shiva took place. This is the union of the divine essence, non-dual consciousness, emptiness, and peace, with the divine power, the energy of manifestation, and material creation. This is what Shivaratri symbolizes. Another legend says that on this night, Shiva manifested himself as the divine Shiva Lingam, a pillar of light. Shiva revealed himself as such divine Shiva Lingam, with no beginning or end, extending infinitely upward and downward. The gods Vishnu and Brahma decided to investigate this pillar of light to find its limits. Brahma took the form of a swan, Hamsa, symbolizing the aspiration toward purity, divinity, and the higher realms of divine vibrations. Vishnu, on the other hand, assumed the form of a boar, symbolizing the drive to explore the roots, grounding, and the spirit's immersion into matter. These two forms, the swan and the boar, represent the multidirectional vectors of our consciousness, aspiring to higher frequencies, higher vibrations, and exploring the divine realms higher and higher. And on the other side, descending into matter, engaging with dense layers, exploring desires, attachments, kleshas, and feelings, having sensory experience growing through them and sublimating them. On this night, these two gods sought to explore this great pillar of light, but neither could find its end, limit, or boundary. There were no edges, no center, no confines, and here is Shiva, boundless and limitless, pure, clear light of the Absolute. This is the symbol of this night. We meditate upon him, worship him, invoke him, and chant mantras in his honor. This is the night of Mahashivaratri. That's why sadhus always regard Mahashivaratri as their festival. And this Shiva, in the form of boundless light, they seek and strive to attain. Try to free your mind from worldly thoughts during this time, leaving only the mantra, so you can fully immerse yourself in the mantra, in the feeling of awareness, meditation, love, and devotion. Focus on the sound of the mantra, reflecting on its 5 syllables, feeling how the 5 syllables resonate within your body. In the Muladhara chakra, Swadhisthana chakra, Manipura, Anahata, and Vishuddha chakras, awakening within you the 5 inner deities, Sadyojata in the Muladhara, Vamadeva in the Swadhisthana, Agora in the Manipura, Tatpurusha in the heart, and Ishana in the Vishuddha chakra. On this day, on this night, we strive to forget the need for sleep, food, and bodily concerns, surrendering ourselves entirely to God. Those who remain awake during this time receive divine grace. It is also crucial to understand why we celebrate Mahashivaratri, why we perform tapasya during Mahashivaratri, and why we shouldn't limit our understanding of Mahashivaratri to just one day. This mystery unfolds every day, every hour, every minute, and every second. It is essential to live in Mahashivaratri always, wherever you are, in a state of exploring the nature of the mind, surrendering yourself to the divine clear light, which is the foundation of the mind's nature, and seeking divine grace from Lord Shiva. That is why Mahashivaratri only highlights and intensifies the austerities that we should practice throughout the year. We do the same practices, but more intensively. Only then will it bear fruit. To attain this divine grace and mercy, we must become like an empty vessel. A true sadhu is a perfect disciple, like an empty vessel free from 3 defects. First of all, he is pure. Only when the vessel is clean can divine grace descend into it. The vessel must not be leaky, so everything poured into it remains. The vessel must be empty. Sadhu must not be filled with one's own karma. He must be open to be able to perceive the divine grace. These are the true qualities of a sadhu, which allow to receive divine grace on the night of Mahashivaratri. When we can become an empty vessel, we must sharpen our will and direct it towards sadhana, tapasya, and austerity. Our will should be like a magical wand, concentrating everything in one direction. It must focus on our ultimate goal, the absolute Brahman, Shiva Tattva, the pure, luminous, empty, non-dual radiance that symbolizes the nature of our mind. On this night of Shiva, we must be one-pointed. We must meditate with one-pointed focus, chant the mantra, gather all your willpower and strength to overcome your physicality and limitations, hunger, sleep, the desire for entertainment or idle conversation, and concentrate entirely on God. This is one-pointedness. With such focus, we must engage in sadhana, japa, mantra, and tapasya. Mala symbolizes our spiritual practice, and we must immerse ourselves in this practice with complete dedication during this sacred night. Women should chant the 5-syllable mantra.
Namah Shivaya.
Men, especially sannyasis, should chant the 6-syllable mantra.
Om Namah Shivaya.
The 5-syllable mantra and 6-syllable mantra are the greatest blessings. The syllables represent Shiva's 5 wisdoms, 5 faces, and 5 aspects, symbolizing the wisdom of the elements: earth, water, fire, air, and space. The syllable represents the non-dual space of pure consciousness, the backdrop upon which these 5 wisdoms bloom. By chanting Om Namah Shivaya or Namah Shivaya, we surrender to divine consciousness and these 5 wisdoms. Women who have become sannyasis or aspire to this path and have progressed in their spiritual journey may also chant. This mantra cultivates vairagya, detachment, and strengthens the aspiration for liberation. On this night of Shiva, we must offer our determination to be disciplined, our aspiration to learn, and our commitment to being good disciples of Lord Shiva. We should strive to be diligent sadhus, study sacred texts, focus deeply, and cultivate skillfulness in our spiritual life. And when we practice in this way, Lord Shiva blesses us. He grants us the ability to discover the mirror of the nature of our mind. He enables us to notice and understand what is the mirror and what is the reflection. The nature of our mind is like a mirror. Pure, transparent, and clear non-dual consciousness. Reflections constantly arise within it. The material world, time, space, the 5 elements, our body, events, connections, relationships. Anything can appear in this mirror, yet none of it has inherent existence. It is empty, unreal. These reflections are simply the mirror's capacity to reflect, its ability to manifest. In truth, only the mirror itself is real. All reflections are ephemeral images. Lord Shiva, blesses those who practice diligently on Shivaratri. Shivaratri to develop viveka, the discerning wisdom, to recognize the mirror of the mind's nature and never confuse it with its reflections. This wisdom enables us to distinguish between the mirror and its reflections. When you discover the nature of your mind and learn to separate the mirror from the reflections, the next step is to become like a Vajra, the indestructible, powerful weapon of Indra, and establish yourself in the Vajra-like nature of Shiva consciousness. A Vajra is an indestructible weapon. This Vajra-like nature cannot be destroyed, broken, dried out, burned, or soaked. It is an invincible state of pure consciousness. We must unshakably abide in this nature of the mind. This is Shiva's darshan on Mahashivaratri. Just as Shiva unshakably abides in the non-dual state of Brahman, we must discover the nature of Shiva within ourselves as the nature of our own mind. Like a Vajra, like a diamond, Indra's universal weapon, we must also firmly establish ourselves in this nature of the mind so that nothing can disturb it. The next darshan of Shiva is associated with the symbol of the vel, the spear. This is the attribute of Skanda, his son. It symbolizes the clear light piercing through all three worlds, the penetrating wisdom of discernment and luminous clarity, based on the previous principle of Vajra-like consciousness. When we are established in Vajra-like consciousness, we must pierce through all aspects of our lives with the light of the Vajra-like consciousness of the mind's nature, Shiva consciousness. This includes illuminating all five koshas, the physical body, the energy body, the subtle body, the causal body, all three states, waking, dreaming, and dreamless sleep, and all three worlds, physical, astral, and causal. We must shine the power of our piercing wisdom so that nothing remains unilluminated. This is the symbol of the spear. Finally, when we achieve this, the next symbol that Lord Shiva presents on the night of Shivaratri is the Kanta, the bell. This symbolizes the enlightened activity of body, speech, and mind. Enlightened activity means that, having established ourselves in the Vajra-like consciousness of the mind's nature, we can now spontaneously and freely play in the cosmic dimension of Shiva consciousness. By becoming one with Shiva, recognizing Shiva's nature as our own, and firmly abiding in the Vajra-like nature of the mind, like the spear piercing through all three states, waking, dreaming, and dreamless sleep, we can spontaneously manifest enlightened activity for the benefit of all living beings. For example, this may include performing of pacifying actions, Shanti karma, enriching actions, Paushti karma, performing attracting actions, Vashi karma, actions eliminating obstacles, by dissolving hindrances and negative qualities on the spiritual path. These are diverse forms of playful, enlightened, divine activity inherent to a sadhu. Thus, all these darshans and blessings everyone can receive on the night of Mahashivaratri, who practices diligently with a pure heart and a clear mind, engaging in sadhana, japa, worship, contemplation, and prayer. And my blessings are with you, that this night will be filled with grace, under the aegis of devotion to Lord Shiva, and may Lord Shiva bless you on this sacred night.
Om Namaste.